You know what? It says I'm streaming. All right, welcome to another Save Your Books live video. We are working on Emily of New Moon still. This is part of that series. And today I've got the two cameras set up. I'm so excited. And so, look, I'll show you. Here's the other camera. Ta-da! There are my hands. Woohoo! Okay. So what that means is that I'm going to be able to just click between the two and show you what's going on. Last time we did the disbinding of Emily of New Moon and separated all the signatures. And today I wanted to address this terrible stain that's here on the bottom of the pages. So I'm just we're going to throw them in a bucket of water and see what happens. Like you do. All right, let's see. I'm going to change to hands-on. Let's see how that works. All right, that's better. Yeah. So I've got what is a photograph tray, and it's just just any kind of a tray that won't, change the color of what you're working on in here. And I already put in about a 1/4 inch of kind of cold water, and then I put in a piece of Hollytex, and then I've already put in 1 sheet of paper. This has been in here for, I don't know, 20 minutes while I've been trying to get my setup going. And it hasn't made much of a difference on this, but I have not even added the hot water yet. So that's where we're going next. But before I get to that, I just wanted to talk about, let's see, we'll go back up here. Oh. There we are. Yeah, so before I even got to this place, what I did was I assessed my materials that I already had to figure out what I needed. And I have a limited number of pieces of blotter paper that are big enough to take 2 sheets of the book from a signature. And I just gathered them all together, what I did have, and realized I'm like, time to order some more blotter paper, I think. But I've also got in here the Hollytex, which is, as you can see, this very thin spun polyester material. And this is so that when the pages are coming out of the water, we're doing what's called a blotter sandwich. And so it's blotter, Hollytex, the actual item, the page, and then more Hollytex, and then more blotter. And when we're taking them out, it's just, you take them out and you let them dry for a little bit, and then you flatten them more and more as they get more dry. So that's where that is. And so I'm gonna set these back here. Oh, and because I was low on blotter paper, I do have some paper towels in here. And the reason I don't like paper towels to blot dry the book is that it has a pattern on it. And if there's any dirt or, coloration, it's going to get more attracted to the pattern area and can actually create that pattern on your page if there's anything offsetting. So while paper towels are great for blotting, you don't want to press them with that or let them sit with that for a long time. All right, meanwhile, let's get back to this. Switch again. Here we are, Emily of New Moon. I'm gonna turn this one over here. And you can either put the pages in with the cold water first, which is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of nice. It's not hot, so just to mention, if you're not a subscriber of this YouTube channel, you can go ahead and do that, and that will allow you to make comments. Not a big deal. All right, so now I've got 2 in here, and I've got some hot water. We'll go back up here. I'm going to show you. I've got a little kettle over here, and this is it's kind of a nice kettle because it gives you the temperature control on here. The main important thing is to have clean water. So if you don't have that, you don't have anything. I'm just double checking it. I'm heating it up to be 175 degrees. That's too hot in general. What you want is you want it to be quite hot, like a really hot bath. So you can put your fingers in, and then you're like, yeah, now I don't want them in there anymore. And when we're pouring the water, we're going, oh, look, let me show you this. Oh, that noise is going to be annoying. Sorry about that. The kettle's heating up. I just wanted to point out that this has been in here in this fairly cold water, and these stains were pretty much the same, and now this is lighter already. So that's an interesting thing. As they get more and more washed, the water will get darker. All right, I'm going to go back. So, yeah. It's just starting to get warmed up. And now I'm going to pour the water in on, not directly onto the page. And you can see it steaming. And that could be even warmer. So I'm going to add some more. I'm just going to throw the whole thing in there. Close enough. You'll notice the words are not floating off of the page. Yeah, ooh, yes, that is, as I like to say, quite hot. And because these pages are not falling all to bits and they have some strength, you could just put the other pages in on top of there, or you could protect each layer with another layer of Hollytex. And now I'm going to add another page. And now that it is quite hot, I'm going to use this folder to help me press it in. Whatever you're using, you just have to make sure it's something that is, clean. You're not imparting any dirt or stains to the pages. Oh, I'm noticing there's a tear in this page right there. Something to fix later. And let's go ahead and put that in there. Yeah, there aren't that many tears in this book so far. I'm feeling pretty lucky. The pages are going all right. Okay. Well, now that's in there. And so I only have enough blotter paper to cover 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think I can do 2 more. That's good. Okay, I'm going to do 8 pages all at once. That means I'm getting 2 whole signatures, which are each 4 pages. Yeah, the water's already starting to cool off. You can just add more hot water. You don't want to fill this entire thing up because eventually you want to empty it out. And that's hard to do if it's so full you can't pick it up. Although one way around that is to get a turkey baster and get the water out that way enough so that you can at least move it and pour off the other water. And here we go there. And once again, if your book did not have page numbers clearly marked on here, you would go through ahead of time and mark in pencil all the pages in order. Okay, well, this is a long process. Let's come back up here. Oops, that's not helpful. Okay, yeah, nope. Back down there. There we go. All right, so yeah, here we've got our pages being washed, and it's just gonna take a little while for that to be done. I'm gonna let this sit for probably an hour before I even check the water, and then I'm gonna dump the water off. And what I'm gonna do, because I'm not gonna sit here live for hours trying to get this done, is I will post some pictures and maybe some little video things on the Instagram account for Save Your Books. So I hope to see you all there. Let's see, is there anything I forgot to mention? I don't know. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that the best way to help any creative endeavor is to thrive, is to tell a friend. Oh, now I see somebody here. Let's see, can most pages be cleaned this way? Yeah, most pages can be cleaned this way, but cleaned is that's a tricky term, because you really, it's like I'm trying to remove a stain and I am cleaning, I guess, the pages. If they were dirty, like there was dirt, other things, marks and things like that, you actually want to clean those off with an eraser before you would put the thing. Pages that go into water should be cleaned off in general. These didn't have any pencil marks or anything like that. But so what we're doing is removing stains. That's the goal anyway. And I can see that the water is changing color already. I'm just going to go back there. I don't know if you can tell, but I mean, this is white, and this was white. You could see there. It's definitely changing color. And yeah, eventually I'm going to put another layer of Polytex right on top of here. And I'll have a way, like a thing to press down while I'm pouring water off in the thing. This photo tray actually has, I don't know if you can see it, I'll show you, has a little corner here that makes it easy to pour things off. Yeah, these old photo trays are great for this. Oh, I always wonder about pages falling apart. Let me come back up here. So the pages can get less stiff. The sizing can get washed out a little bit, and so they could fall apart more as you're doing this. But it shouldn't ruin most pages. And if a page is floppy in the first place, you actually have an opportunity here to add a sizing agent, which could be, I'm not great with remembering numbers, but methyl cellulose can be a good sizing agent, and that you would just add it into the water in a percentage, like a very small percentage, like I'm going to say 5%. something like that. And you would just mix that in ahead of time. You certainly wouldn't just pour it in and try and mix it in there. But if you have a solution of a sizing agent, then you can make the pages stiffer. Once again, that would be something to really be careful of when you're taking the pages out. You don't want them to stick together. You don't want them to stick to anything else. And so you would want to use this Hollytex and really keep an eye on it, as you have to babysit them as they're drying. So anyway, I really appreciate the questions. And I don't know, I'm just glad that people are out there enjoying this. I think just to show you the rest of the book here, the next page still has a much lighter stain. I think I'm going to wash these and see how they come out. Another thing that can happen, especially if you're, washing and having it sit in the water a long time and then you're drying it, it's like the pages can shrink a little tiny bit, like just a little bit. And so I want to see how bad it is when it's dry compared to the rest of this. These needed to be washed. I don't know if the next ones need to be washed. Oh, I'm guessing that it's a beverage stain. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. That would be like a chemistry thing, but it looked like something spilled near it because it, goes up into it. Yeah, hard to tell. That's my best guess. And yeah, and just, I don't know if you guys know, I just started a membership thing for my YouTube channel. This is brand new. I have 2 members and we're meeting once a month for coffee and Q&A. You basically buy me a cup of coffee through the membership program, and I am so happy to get a chance to talk to you, just the members, in a live video that I'll be doing once a month. I think I have them scheduled the first Thursday of the month at 10 Pacific time at this time. So if you want to ask questions about your own books, then I'm happy to chat with you more about that. And also I'm going to be showing people behind the scenes stuff, things I'm actually working on that I don't talk about on the regular YouTube stuff. So once again, thanks everybody for watching, and I will be back next week doing more of this. I think the 2-camera thing went really well. So if you like that 2-camera thing, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.